So I want to draw your attention to something before we go into the camp battle. The 24-pound howitzers uh, had almost 2,500 kills. This is why people value the 24-pound howitzers. Uh, in a defensive scenario like this, where you're outnumbered and outgunned, they are aces. They lost one gun and did 2,500 casualties, 32 men. The two 10-pounders, 1-5 and 3-5, also extracted 1,000 casualties each for even fewer. So artillery is a force multiplier if you can get them in there and hold a position. None of my units took really incredibly heavy damage, and everybody. Let's see, 2-1 rifle, yeah. And even the new guys, the grenadier units, did reasonably well. I don't think anybody. 1-3 grenadier was negative on kills because they were involved in that mess on the left. Everybody else did very well. 12-pounder Napoleons. Even 4-4's 12-pound howitzers who arrived at the end, the 6-5 6-pounders had 200 kills. Like, you can make it happen. The only reason 7-4 and 4-2 didn't get any is that they were so late to the battle. Scouts didn't do any fighting, and 7-1 rifle got merged, I think, immediately. So he was. There's still issues with the statistics when you merge brigades, but overall, it's technically a draw. But any Civil War commander would have been absolutely happy to have a win like that. There is no question whatsoever. Aetius, yeah. We give him the melee bonus, beef up all of his troops. We got one guy who needs to be replaced here. Fortunately, we've got plenty of generals to make it up. One 3 grenadier got chewed up, but they did get their star. These guys got their star. These guys got their star. These guys didn't, despite doing 280 casualties. Okay, sure. And these guys did pretty well, and so did the 6-pounders, but poor leadership. None of these grenadiers got their star, although they're on their way for sure. This guy's got enough firearms to get rifles. We do not have a lot of replacements. This issue of the Confederates not having any tier 2 rifles is annoying because these are cheap and they're good, and I mean they're not great, but they're adequate. They're certainly better than the muskets in terms of when you're firing at range. And yeah, it looks like eventually those two units are going to wither away because they can't get any more guns. All right, let's beef up the artillery. Whew.
Yes, sir.
These guys take a bunch of losses. 84, 3 guns. Yeah. Maybe not quite so many. Get them back up to 9 with veterans, and then yeah. I gotta be careful here. I don't want to spend too much on the artillery.
Sir, yes, sir! sir.
Okay. That leaves me 60,000 for my troops. Depending on what the next battle is, though, that may not matter. Ooh. They didn't get veteran troops. They got 11,600 recruits. That actually dropped their army numbers. Interesting. 28 August, 27 August. So Kettle Run is next. How many brigades? 7. Ugh. Really? Huh. Yeah, so we don't necessarily need to refit everybody. But we'll certainly bring these guys back up to strength.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oof. Someday I'll be able to keep these guys alive long enough for them to retain some experience. Wow. That just sucks. Which, by the way, both of those units, I think, accounted for 1,000 each. 750. Only because he was over on the other flank. So yeah, hard to. They're being effective. I'm concerned about them getting destroyed. I might even leave them out of this next fight, and take an artillery battery instead. We don't have any to refit those guys. They get 9. They get 7. They get smaller and smaller every time. We didn't capture any more sharps, so those are out. All the artillery's been taken care of. I got $1,000. Well, I'm not going to create a third corps yet. We'll save McClellan. We might need him as a division commander if we have too many casualties. Yeah, no career points. Sorry. Let's take a look. So we've got Kettle Run, then we've got Thoroughfare Gap, and then we've got Second Bull Run. Second Bull Run's going to be probably pretty tough. Attacking through those woods is going to be miserable. Let's move 4th Division back into place. At least get 401 rifle back up to strength.
Sir, yes, sir.
I might take 4th Division instead of 2nd Division.
Yes, sir.
20-pound parrots are supposed to be good. This is supposed to be good now. Yeah, this is what we're going to take into Kettle Run. Probably, we can take 7 brigades, so I'll probably take 1st Division and 4th Division and probably the 24-pounders. Although some of these other guns could certainly use the experience.
Form line.
That'll cost 25,000 each to bring these guys up. 28,000. Yeah, this is what I'm going to take into Kettle Run.